Alright guys and girls, it's jerningham here. Real talk here. I know the time's late for a lot of people across the world and some people are probably getting up in some times of the world. The coronavirus is what's going on in the UK. People are sick of listening to it. Some people just turn the channel over and don't want to know about it. But the thing is, I was watching a guy on YouTube and he reckons that if we reach to 4, yes, the coronavirus. What I mean by 4 is the levels of coronavirus is 1, 2, 3. He'll be on the 3rd, eventually on 2nd. He reckons on the 4th of the coronavirus there'll be zombies and people eating people. Now, some people may laugh and think this is a joke and think, well, Jerningham, what are you talking about? Why would people be eating people? It's only in films and zombies in films. Well, I can understand that, but I was watching this other YouTuber that reckons it's going to happen. And we're just on the level 2 at the minute with the coronavirus outbreak. Some people may be on level 3, maybe worse. But you got to look out for the signs, in my opinion. And some people say I may be barking mad. I don't know what I'm talking about. I may be crazy. Perhaps I am a bit crazy. Some people are a bit tapped in the head, but I'm not tapped in the head. I'm telling you the truth. And some people say, oh, Jerningham, you got it all wrong. It's only in films and games. Well, why has this coronavirus gone on for so long then? If I've got it all wrong. And if I'm crazy. Why are the deaths going up? Why has the scientists got it wrong and they thought like, oh, well, the coronavirus would end soon. It hasn't ended and it's still going up. It's like they don't know themselves. They try not to worry us. There's either something that, as you can see here, I had a shave on my lip and it's cut. I do apologise that you can see it on the video, but I had a shave. There's something coming. Some people say, oh, what do you mean? There's something coming that's already here. But the thing is, and some people would say I've had a few beers and I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm telling you, there's something coming and you're not going to like it. It's either World War III or it's zombies. I'm telling you. A lot of people have been dreaming it and thinking about it, and some people say, oh, you're crazy, Jerningham. It's only in films. Well, you see, the thing is, if people are on drugs and go on bath salts, why do they start eating people's faces off? We're not thinking Miami, where a guy went crazy and ate someone's face off. People are not going to be tolerating this coronavirus anymore. They're sick and tired of it. Some people may jump off a bridge because they've had enough of it. And I'm talking the truth. This is what I'm speaking about. If you can't pay people and they've got no money, what are they going to do? I don't want people to hurt themselves as much as anybody else. I want people to be happy in life and enjoy life the way it is. But the thing is, how can you enjoy life when there's a virus around? You can't, can you? And some people would think, well, all you need to do in this coronavirus is help people, look after people. Good job the food banks are open. Some people say the farmers are worrying about this. How are they going to grow food? What happens if there's another lockdown? Will it crash the economy? Will World War III start? It could be very likely that it could. But nobody wants war. People want peace. I can understand that. But if a zombie apocalypse does happen, you've got to try and fight. And some people say that the zombie apocalypse word again, it's never going to happen. Well, it could happen. If they can find a zombie DNA in a deer or in an animal, and it goes to human beings if they get bitten, or they transfer the genes to a human being. It may be in films and games, but there we are. I don't just do these videos to talk about rubbish. I talk about the facts and things that people like. Some people may not like my videos. That's fair enough. I don't force people to like my videos. It's what I think in my brain. Because the way the economy is going, how is... Let me put it to you like this then, guys and girls. How is the government going to be bringing food into the UK if the planes are not running? Are we going to stockpile food for the rest of the year, the rest of the summer? Has America got a lot of food to last them until the next summer and they run out? See where I get my ideas from. Some people say to me, Jerningham, you know so much. I do know a lot. I study a lot, and I think a lot. Some people can't read very well, but I think all these things through my brain, and I tell everybody else on YouTube what I think. the world is not going to be the same again when the coronavirus ends. The thing is, once they ever get a vaccine of the coronavirus and they get on top of it, and then everyone's vaccinated, what if it happens again? Starts again. What's the thing is that as well, a lot of people are annoyed in Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland because Boris Johnson won't put a full lockdown in the UK. Half the UK is on lockdown as well, not all of it. The circuit breaker lockdown. Now, guys and girls, I don't know what they have it in America or any other country about different lockdowns. It's different rules for every country. Now, Switzerland didn't want to wear face masks, believe it or not, and you guys and girls would be shocked because of coronavirus. Why not wearing face masks? In the UK, you can get a special badge or a special card to say you've got problems and disabilities to not wearing a face mask, which is good for a lot of people. And it helps a lot of people out, and it saves a lot of hassle for everybody else. But the thing is, there's something big coming, and I want you to be brave about it. I want you to be strong about it. Because if it is a zombie apocalypse, if this is the stages of 1, 2, and 3, going up to 4, and people start going completely nuts and biting people and smashing shit, it's going to happen. It's not the game of Last of Us game. It's not the Resident Evil game. It's not the game from, it's not, World War Z. But there's something definitely coming. Some people say I'm talking out my ass, and saying I'm talking rubbish. I won't push it past people. If this coronavirus can mutate even stronger, if you've ever played a game called Division on the PS4, they talk about coronavirus and that's the same symbol. And some people say, "Oh, you don't know what." Oh. You get people that are negative and they don't know what they're talking about. That's what they say to me. Oh, I mean, I do make sense for a lot of people. Some people will not agree with me. That's fine. We all have our own opinions. But when I tell you something, I'm not going to bullshit and lie to you because I don't do that. It's what I see. We all see things differently out of our eyes. We hear things differently out of our ears. And we observe the world differently. I'm going to tell you that. I'm not being funny or rude or anybody. But the world is not going to be the same. If the economy keeps crashing and more people have to go to food banks, there'll be no food around. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this now, everybody. And they need more food to be shipped in or brought in if then people demanded the food, because everybody needs to eat and survive in the world. If there's no food there, people have to start growing their own food. If the farmers are getting short of growing their food and they can't keep the cattle in the farm, what are they going to do? Slaughter the cattle? If they can't get any milk in, what are they going to do with that? All these things I'm saying to you is true. Nothing's fake or staged or, there's something not right about this coronavirus. Are they covering something up? Is it real? Some people say it's real because people are dying and catching it. Are they faking the deaths? Some people say. If they ever get a vaccine, will this vaccine work or will it make people more ill? Is it killing people off? Me and you and everybody else all know it's a real thing. Other people disagree and say it's just a hoax. What do you guys and girls think? Why would the government go to all this trouble just to shut something down and fake the coronavirus? This is what you've got to ask yourself, guys and girls. We're all in this together. We're all struggling. We're all fed up with this. All of us are. None of us like this. If you guys and girls had one wish in the world, what would you wish for? Being in a world with no coronavirus? Going to that world and there'd be no coronavirus. It'd be the same world as this world, but there'd be no coronavirus. I'm sure you guys and girls had to make the right choices of picking what world you want. Would you rather stay here and suffer? Or would you go in the nicer world and be happier? I know what I'd pick. There's been enough bloodshed, there's been enough murders, there's been enough people dying of coronavirus. People are sick and tired of it. You want things to go back to normal? Either take the vaccine or stick to the rules of the face masks. They probably don't work either. And there's people that don't want to stick to the rules and they're fed up of the rules and they're thinking, well, it's been going on for too long. We all agree. We're all in the same pain as you. We just show it in different ways. None of us deserve what's going on. None of us deserve the families that are dying around us every day. The deaths have risen in the UK this week, higher than anything again. When the coronavirus first hit in the UK, it was 800 people dying a day. Will it go up again? It could do. If Boris Johnson doesn't lock down the UK, a lot of people are going to get mad. You could have to do the whole UK. You don't just lock off certain areas. That means the coronavirus has time to spread in different areas. You can't just keep on top of one area than another area. It's going to spread. It's like the Black Death back in the 18th century. I suppose this virus is the same. But you have to think about this, guys and girls. There's something not adding up here. Like I say, it's either a World War III's coming with China and Russia, because they're talking a lot about China and Russia at the minute. Terrorist attacks may happen. Something's going to happen. Or some people know what's going to happen, but they're not saying much. None of us deserve this, I know, but there's some sick people in the world that do these things. But you have to think, what would you do if you were in their shoes? We all are starving in the world, or some of us anyway. Some of us are hungry, some of us haven't got food. What would you do in the world? That's the real question and the real answer that you'll be asking yourselves. But I agree. It's not right for somebody to take someone else's life for no reason. That's what some people are doing in the world. I've moved on to a lot of things at the minute because I'm annoyed about stuff. And this coronavirus is not, I've got an itchy shoulder here, as you can see, helping anybody. And when they had the coronavirus thing in China, they chained all the doors to stop people from getting out. And how are they supposed to get food and survive? They can't, can they? They're chained in, can they? You see, I remember a lot of knowledge from people that tell me stuff, and then I put it into a video, and shout out for them for telling me the knowledge, and me talking about the knowledge. Good memory. The phone always has a good memory of remembering things as well. You just got to try and find your ways in these lives. What I mean by that is, it's just something I know that's coming, and I don't want to be scaring anybody. And somebody say, don't tell us, jerninghgam. Well, there is something coming, because they cannot allow these deaths keep going on. America has struggled with all the deaths in New York. Remember the coronavirus, they couldn't fit everybody in the hospital. Some people survived, some people died. You see all this news I'm watching, and all these things I'm feeling, like everybody else in the world. I'm talking about it on the phone and putting it to YouTube. The deaths are mad in New York, every hour. This is what you got to think about. There's going to be people out there saying, oh, it's fake, they're doing a fake news. If it's so fake, why would all them people lose their loved ones? We need to sort of step up and stop this disease spreading, because if we don't, things are just going to get more worse and worse. And we won't get to keep on top of it. Some countries have probably kept on top of the coronavirus. Other countries haven't, like the UK. Switzerland is not too bad. France is probably worse. Spain was worse. Italy, remember at the time. Then the UK went worse than America. But anyway, guys and girls, just keep safe, look after yourselves, and keep strong, and be the best you can. Alright, thank you for joining me, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace. That's all I need to say tonight. Peace. I might do a video later, don't know yet. Thank you for joining me. Peace.